Bud beat Canelo. Like I said, I've been saying this. I don't think size win fights. I think skills do. So. Yeah, I think like being a southpaw with good movement and sharp boxing, it'd be hard for Canelo with that high guard to walk him down and load up on them big hooks. I think Bud beat Canelo.
How is Crawford, his composure going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo?
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Because you're talking about Crawford.
Yeah.
He's
the weight classes.
He's the most composed guy. Yeah. What, you don't think he'll be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him?
The highly anticipated face-off between Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terence Bud Crawford unfolded during a high-stakes international press tour promoting their monumental super middleweight clash, scheduled for September 13, 2025, in Las Vegas. The electrifying moment took center stage during the Riyadh season press events, where both fighters finally came face-to-face under the intense scrutiny of a global media presence. Their silent standoff was drenched in tension, as each fighter exchanged piercing glares and delivered bold, calculated statements filled with unshakable confidence. Canelo's cold, intense stare contrasted with Crawford's calm but immovable focus, both men projecting the inevitable collision of their contrasting styles and storied legacies. This isn't just another championship fight, it's being heralded as the fight of the century, a titanic showdown where two of boxing's pound-for-pound best will battle for the undisputed super middleweight crown.
Unrelated to this fight, but Turkey made it seem like you weren't going to be promoting the Terence Crawford-Canelo fight. Is there anything you can kind of clear up on that?
He made it feel like I wasn't?
Yeah, well, he said that someone else was promoting it. He didn't say no TKO, he just didn't include your name in a tweet, and people kind of freaked out online about like, where'd Dana go?
I'm going to tell you what's awesome, man. So there's a lot of things about boxing, but they don't say shit. I mean, nobody talks. It's the most amazing thing.
Saul Canelo Alvarez, the pride of Mexico, stands as one of the most accomplished fighters in modern boxing history. A champion in 4 separate weight divisions, Canelo currently reigns as the undisputed super middleweight title holder. His reputation has been forged through a combination of devastating power, world-class defensive skills, and his extraordinary ability to adapt to any style inside the ring. Over the years, Canelo has systematically defeated some of the biggest and most dangerous names in the sport, carving out a legacy that places him among the elite fighters of this generation.
You fought Floyd Mayweather at what? You're 23?
23.
That's so fucking young.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and now obviously I try to beat him because, you know, if you beat him, you want to be the best in the world at 23.
What do you think was so impressive about him?
His experience, he's so smart. He have everything in a fighter, a complete fighter. He don't have power in the punches, but when you that kind of fighter, you don't need it.
You think that was the toughest fight you faced?
No.
What do you
I
think
I tough fights and difficult fights. That was a difficult fight.
Canelo is beating these guys with all 5 layers of defense. Number 1, feet. Number 2, elbows, hands, shoulders, and the mind. This is exactly how both of those guys got to the highest level of boxing supremacy. Canelo Alvarez means to the Mexican fans what Floyd Money Mayweather meant for black people. 50 wins in boxing, no losses, no draws. And follow for more.
Terence Crawford, hailing from Omaha, Nebraska, has also etched his name into boxing history as a multi-division world champion. He has conquered 4 weight classes, from lightweight to super welterweight, and his remarkable versatility is matched by his ring IQ and switch-hitting brilliance. Crawford's mastery in the ring culminated when he became the undisputed welterweight champion after his emphatic victory over Errol Spence Jr. Known for his ability to seamlessly shift between orthodox and southpaw stances, Crawford's knockout power and strategic genius make him a formidable challenge for any opponent, regardless of size.
We have to talk about this. Terence Crawford just tweeted, Canelo versus Crawford is definitely by far the biggest fight in boxing. This guy is not playing around. Alright? Crawford, pound for pound #1. Canelo, biggest star in boxing still at the moment. Anywhere. I'm not talking about just in the US, Mexico, the UK, everywhere. Canelo is now open. At first it was, hey, I can't go down to 160. I can't do a catch weight of 160. If he wants to fight me, it's gonna be at 168. Plus, I'm not going to get any credit if I beat a Terence Crawford. It would be like Terence Crawford fighting Tank, moving 2 weight classes up, and I'm not going to get credit for that. Terence Crawford is a special fighter. He is like a Floyd and a Manny that can move up to weight classes, carry his power, can beat up bigger guys. He's a special.
Canelo Alvarez continues to be the commanding force in the super middleweight division, boasting an impressive professional record of 63 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws, with 39 of those victories coming by knockout. His decorated career includes world titles in 4 distinct weight classes: super middleweight, middleweight, junior middleweight, and light heavyweight. A defining moment came in 2021 when Canelo made history by becoming the first undisputed super middleweight champion, a legacy that has only grown stronger with each subsequent victory.
Listen, Canelo needs to understand he's a different fighter now. The deterioration is there. He's not the same guy. He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on you. He throws 30 punches around. You're not the same guy. So telling everyone you're going to knock them out, and then going into, 6 decisions in a row now? Scores a knockdown every time, the power's still there. The problem is the pace and the ability to carry on and push. That's the real difference, and that comes with age. He's 34 going on 45 at this, as far as I'm concerned. He's got a ton of fights, been around for a long time, doesn't have that same desire, the same drive to take the chances against these younger, bigger guys, because he is fighting younger, bigger guys. So you got to keep that in mind.
Standing at 5 feet 8 inches and now 34 years old, Alvarez skillfully blends explosive power, nimble footwork, and battle-tested experience to remain a dominant force in the sport. His recent performances, including a convincing unanimous decision win over the undefeated William Skull in May 2025, have reaffirmed his position at the top of boxing's hierarchy. Even as younger fighters emerge and challenge the old guard, Canelo's refined technique, superior timing, and seasoned ring intelligence continue to distinguish him from his peers.
When he fought Canelo, and he was like standing right in front of Canelo, and Canelo's just whiffing, it was a life lesson. And then you look at how good Canelo's head movement got after that fight, when he realized it. I mean, my God, when he fought Danny Jacobs, and Canelo's just standing right in front of him, bobbing. That's all what he learned from fighting.
Terence Crawford has been quick to shut down the narrative that physical size will define his fight with Canelo Alvarez. Crawford pointed out that he and Canelo are the exact same height at 5 feet 8 inches and that, in fact, his own reach surpasses Canelo's. "He's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy," Crawford said confidently. He emphasized that the true difference lies not in their frames but in the weight classes they've historically competed in. While Crawford has gradually moved up through the divisions, from lightweight to light middleweight, Canelo has fought as high as light heavyweight. Crawford's message was clear: size won't be the deciding factor, skill will.
Fight, realistically left your mind once he said he's not interested, or you still pursuing it?
Not at all. I think business talk. With the right business come across the table, it happens. I just be talking, man. Canelo a big dude, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I believe in my abilities. He's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy. Like, he's 5'8", I'm 5'8", you know what I mean? My arm's longer than his, so that fight would be good.
How is Crawford, his composure, going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo?
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Because you're talking about Crawford.
Yeah.
He's
the weight classes.
He's the most composed guy. Yeah. What, you don't think he'll be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him? No. He's already moved up 3 weight classes. So now you're talking 6, if you add on 3. Crawford has the ability to slow things down in the ring that very few people have, and to see things that nobody else can see because he slows it down. Yeah, he's got great power. He carried it up. Yeah, he's got good hand speed. Yeah, he's got all that. He's got good technique. His coaches do a tremendous job with him. But the timing is impeccable. It's better than anyone else's. Why? Because of this. When a guy has that ingredient, and very, very few have, I can't count him out in anything.
Initially, Canelo Alvarez didn't appear to be seriously interested in fighting Crawford. However, his stance evolved as he later acknowledged that he would face anyone if the circumstances made sense, particularly from a financial and legacy standpoint. Meanwhile, Crawford chose not to schedule a tune-up fight ahead of moving up to 168 pounds, a decision many analysts saw as risky. Jumping straight into the deep end against an elite opponent like Canelo without an adjustment fight is a bold move, and critics argue that Crawford may struggle to perform at this weight. Some observers believe this fight is more about the massive payday than genuine competition, with Crawford's reputation hanging in the balance. The majority consensus seems to be that Crawford faces extremely long odds against the seasoned super middleweight king.
Terence Crawford gonna beat Canelo Alvarez, we need to talk about it. We look at the guys who've had success with Canelo. We'll look at Bivol, we'll look at Golovkin, we'll look at Floyd, and we'll look at Lara. Yes, I'll throw Lara in there, why not? I think all these fights are absolutely irrelevant coming into this bout. Some of them are just dated, or some of these guys' style just cannot apply. For example, a guy in Lara. If Crawford wanted to fight how Lara fought Canelo, he would probably gas out in 7 rounds, or if he made it 12, he just wouldn't get that decision. It's that simple. Let's take a guy in Golovkin. Crawford just simply does not have the punching power, nor do I think he has the gas tank at 68. He's not a good enough puncher to try to fight Canelo like Golovkin. He doesn't have the physical traits even in the chin department. Then you have Floyd Mayweather. While both can have a bit of similarities, the speed, reflexes, technical prowess, IQ, timing, counterpunching, lateral movement, it's just too much from Floyd. I don't think Bud could take much from Floyd's game plan to implement it into his own success in September. And then you have Dimitri, the speed, the technical prowess, the IQ, the length. It's too much. So essentially, Terence Crawford is going to have to beat Canelo in a way that nobody has ever beaten him or gave him any issues in. I'm going to tell you exactly how Crawford's going to fight. He's going to fight like his damn self. It's too late in his career to change up the game plan. It's too late in his career for him to want to change up the game plan coming to a fight of this magnitude with a style he's never fought before. That would be a recipe for disaster. He's going to be more than likely off the back foot. He's going to be looking for counter shots. And I think there will be a point in this fight where he's simply just trying to survive. I like Crawford. He's an amazing pound-for-pound fighter. Different animal at 168. This is one of the greatest of all time. I see win scenarios for him, but I don't see him being realistic. I can see him fighting off the back foot, using his speed, timing, and feet to stay away from Canelo, but that's very, very, very unlikely. Damn near impossible.
In a candid moment, Canelo Alvarez reportedly referred to his fight with Crawford as easy money, hinting at a potential payday approaching $150 million. The enormous financial stakes are a significant driving force behind this blockbuster matchup, as both fighters recognize the generational wealth on the table. This staggering figure cements the fight's status as a global mega-event, drawing interest from both hardcore boxing fans and casual observers alike. In response, Crawford dismissed the doubters who question his ability to handle the move to super middleweight. He reminded everyone that Canelo himself moved up in weight and suffered defeats, while Crawford has successfully moved up divisions and consistently won. Crawford's message is clear: he's ready to defy expectations once again and prove he can conquer this challenge just like he has before.
Talk all the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that, Canelo.
If it's what I want, I'm gonna take it. You know,
would you put a rehydration clause?
With it. I don't like to talk about other fights.
You understand, like that's the fight that everyone wants to see. That's the fight that fans want to see you in there with. You understand?
I understand that. Same happened with Golovkin.
Yeah, and it happened.
And same happened with Golovkin.
And it happened.
And same with Emilio Sanders.
And it happened. I think it happened.
And with Troll, and with Mayweather, and with Cotto.
That's why I believe the fight hasn't happened. Would you ever go for 175? Because 168, I feel like you fought everybody. They're taking belts away from you. 175, you got Benavidez, you got Burrell, you got the rematch with people.
If I go 175, that's pretty much it.
That would be the first time. Then you can look around and see what's out there.
And then
would you make a Crawford's performance against Benjamin?
I think he knows why his class is there. He make a good fight. For me, I think the fight or draw would be the other side.
He was saying your name a lot all week. I was out there
because
in LA.
he want to sell the fight. If they don't talk about me, they don't sell it.
Would you look at a fight with Crawford? Because in the past you told me no.
If the money is right,
money's got to be big.
I don't like fighting.
Do you want to stay 168 or look at 175?
Speaking on the Joe Rogan Experience, Terence Crawford openly acknowledged that this fight with Canelo Alvarez represents the pinnacle of his career, both in terms of legacy and financial reward. Crawford was forthright in admitting that money now plays a major role in his decision-making. Having already achieved the rare feat of undisputed championships across multiple weight classes, Crawford is now weighing the risks and rewards of every opportunity. Earlier in his career, his motivations were purely competitive, driven by a hunger to be the best. But today, facing a superstar like Canelo offers not just another title shot, it offers life-changing money. Crawford compared his excitement for this fight to the thrill he once felt when chasing a potential showdown with Manny Pacquiao, indicating that his fire still burns bright, even as the stakes have evolved.
Nothing.
Nope.
You just need, like, dragons to slay. You know what I mean? Like, at this point in your life, you can't even fight a regular fighter.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I get excited when, I don't know why. I get excited when I talk about Canelo like I used to get excited about Pacquiao.
Really?
You know, I used to get so excited. Like, man, I'm going to be able to fight Pacquiao. You know, because...
Is that the one you think got away?
Yeah, it definitely did. It definitely did. I tried my ass off.
What stopped that fight from happening?
They didn't want to fight.
It's too dangerous.
They didn't want to fight. Freddie Roach said he didn't want to fight. His Pacquiao handlers didn't want to fight. You know, I believe Pacquiao, as a fighter, he wanted to fight, but...
Renowned boxing analyst Teddy Atlas provided a thoughtful breakdown of the Canelo-Crawford clash, offering praise for both fighters but also highlighting important distinctions. While recognizing Canelo's legendary accomplishments and sustained excellence, Atlas suggested that the Mexican superstar has started to show signs of physical decline. Once an unstoppable force, Alvarez no longer exhibits the same level of explosiveness and sharpness he once dominated with. On the other hand, Atlas believes Crawford remains in his physical prime, maintaining elite speed, precision, and a tactical brilliance that allows him to adjust on the fly. In Atlas's view, Crawford's current form and skill set place him in a truly special category that could pose serious problems for Canelo.
Come on, he's human. So he had a few hiccups. He won the fight. He's Terence Crawford. A lot of people say, "Oh, Teddy, you make him so good. You're always saying how great Crawford is." You know, but who's he beating? He unified the what was his first division? Lightweight. Then he unified the junior. Then he unified the junior welter, then he unified the welter. I think I got the weight classes right. It doesn't matter. He unified like 3 different weight classes. He moved up in weight. Guys are tired of me saying it. I look at him. Look, Canelo's special too. I get it. And he's bigger. I get that too. And everyone's going to say, well, after Madrimov fight again, had a couple hiccups. Now he's stepping up another weight class. Now he's got to fight Canelo, who's even bigger, stronger, better puncher. You know, a unified champion that he's been. You know, all of that stuff. He's not going to be able to handle it. I asked this question. See, I go to the other side. I say, okay, yeah, can Canelo handle the smaller guy who's going to be faster, who's going to be slicker, who's going to be better defensively, who's going to have better legs, you know, who's going to be able sometimes Canelo at this point in his career can slow down a little bit. They're both getting older. I get it.
Former world champion Amir Khan, who has uniquely faced both Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford in his career, offered valuable insight into this high-stakes showdown. Khan acknowledged the undeniable power that Canelo brings to the ring but was quick to emphasize that Crawford's superior boxing IQ, movement, and defensive reflexes could very well be the difference makers in this fight. Khan believes Crawford's ability to make elite opponents miss and then punish them with sharp counters gives him a unique edge. From Khan's perspective, it's Crawford's adaptability and masterful control of distance that could allow him to overcome Canelo's strength and experience.
It could have gone either way because I had probably Skull winning by 2 rounds. I mean, I like Canelo. I think he's a great fighter, but the thing is, I think that he was looking he was picking the shots better and landing the better, cleaner shots. Canelo was marked up a little bit, but look, it could have gone either way. Anyway, regardless how the fight went, it was a great performance by both fighters, but it's made a bigger fight happen now with Canelo and Crawford. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Is there more question marks being asked in that fight now? Because a lot of people say, look, Canelo's a bigger guy. He should technically be the bigger guy, have too much weight for Crawford, but from that performance, do you feel like it's a lot tight and there's a lot more question marks in that fight?
Yeah, I mean, you need more than size, you need more than weight, you need more than everything. I mean, I think what you need now is you just need box IQ.
For Terence Crawford, this fight isn't just about the money, it's about solidifying his place in boxing history. He views the bout with Canelo Alvarez as the biggest stage of his life, a chance to showcase his greatness against the face of the sport. Crawford's confidence is unwavering as he looks to seize this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Canelo, for his part, hopes Crawford approaches the fight with a warrior's mindset and a willingness to engage in a thrilling battle rather than simply surviving the rounds. Reflecting on his recent victory over William Skull, Canelo expressed his desire for opponents who come to fight and deliver excitement for the fans. He expects Crawford to rise to the occasion and bring the kind of intensity that makes boxing unforgettable.
It's a mediocre mind because they come just to survive, to go to the 12th round. That's a mediocre mind. You need to put a good fight there and put great show. You know what I mean?
Do you think Crawford will employ the same tactics to try and box?
I hope not. I hope not because the people deserve a good fight.
What do you make of the Crawford fight next?
Huh?
How excited are you for the Crawford fight?
I'm excited. I'm gonna enjoy this win and then we can do it.
Now it's your turn. Who do you think will emerge victorious in this monumental clash? Will Canelo's legendary power be the deciding factor, or will Crawford's brilliant ring IQ lead him to a stunning upset? Drop your prediction in the comments below and join the conversation.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more exciting videos, make sure to hit the bell icon and stay updated. Subscribe to Boxing Hub now for all the latest in boxing.